Okay, we are going to start learning about the major systems of the human body. Throughout this whole week, you are going to watch different videos learning about the different systems in our body. Today, we're just going to focus on two of those systems. We are going to focus on the circulatory and respiratory systems. So today, your objective is that you can identify the circulatory and respiratory systems, and then what parts of the body make up those systems. So this is what you should be able to know by the end of this video. So we're going to start with the circulatory system, and you can kind of see a picture there down in the corner. I want you to write with your 3 bullets on your note sheet, what do you think the circulatory system is going to entail? What parts of the body, or what are you seeing in that picture that you think are going to be a part of the circulatory system? So our circulatory system, it circulates blood around our body. So that's a good way to think of, to try to remember the circulatory system. Circulation is the process of moving blood through your body. So this system's main center is the heart. The heart does the job of the circulatory system. If you have no heart pumping your blood does not move. So that your heart is kind of like the engine of your car. If you don't have an engine, your car is not going to move, or it's not going to start. So if you don't have a heart, your blood is not pumping around your body. So this is the main organ in the circulatory system. These are the important parts that you need to know for the circulatory system. So we got our heart, we got our engine, the thing that runs our whole body, our heart right in the center. Then we have our blood, and our blood moves throughout our body in arteries and through veins. So we're going to figure out the difference between a vein and an artery, but those are like the pathways that blood travels through. Okay, so how the circulatory system works. So your heart is the one pumping blood around your body. So first it pumps your blood to your lungs. In your lungs, it starts to make oxygen. And the reason why in your lungs it makes oxygen, because that's what you breathe in. So it's going to go down your throat all the way to your lungs and meet your blood. This oxygen-rich blood is now going to pump all over your body. You can see on the picture that the arteries are the red. They look red all over this body. These arteries are bringing oxygen all the way around your body. And then they go to the veins all the way back up to the heart. So I want you to think that why the arteries are red is because they're really full of oxygen. They're really rich of oxygen. And then the other veins are blue because they don't have as much oxygen. They're going back to the heart to get oxygen. Remember that our blood never turns blue. It just looks blue through our skin because of the way the light hits our skin. So our blood is always red. It's just an easy way to remember what has more oxygen, where your blood has more oxygen. So in your arteries, it has a ton of oxygen. It's going all over your body. And then in your veins, it's going back to your heart to re-get oxygen. So you're also going to hear the word cardiovascular system. So I kind of wanted to break these up for you. So we just talked about the circulatory system, and this is a more general term. This is talking about your blood, how it flows throughout your body, your heart, your arteries, and your veins. When you hear someone say cardiovascular system, though, what I did here is I broke down the word, just like we've been practicing in literacy. So the beginning part of the word is cardio. Cardio means heart. So this part means heart. Vascular means blood vessels. So cardiovascular is like your heart and blood vessels. So they're very similar here, except you need to know the purpose of the cardiovascular system. And the purpose is that it delivers blood to body's tissues. So this is talking about the actual movement of blood and movement of gases through your body. So the circulatory system is more of a general term, as the cardiovascular system is talking about the actual movement of blood and gases. Our second system we're going to learn about today is the respiratory system. And I'm going to have you stop the video, and in your note sheet with your 3 bullets, I want you to try to think about what different parts make up the respiratory system using that picture. So our respiratory system is in charge of our breathing. When you breathe in, we breathe in oxygen, and then our oxygen gets pumped all throughout our body. So when you breathe it in, it's going to carry all the oxygen down to your lungs, where we just talked about the circulatory system picking up that oxygen and moving it all over your body. How this system works. So you breathe in through your nose and your mouth. You're going to start up here. You breathe in oxygen, and it goes all the way down your windpipe to your chest. Here, from your chest, it goes down to your lungs. And there, in your lungs, oxygen then moves into your blood and all over to your cells and your organs. When you breathe out, you're releasing carbon dioxide. It's a waste product. So when you breathe in, it's oxygen. It goes all the way down your windpipe to your lungs, to your blood. Then when you breathe out, it's carbon dioxide. So here are some important parts of the respiratory system. The first is your mouth and nose, the things that you need to breathe in air to your body. Then you have your windpipe, which is like the long thing. You can almost feel it on your neck, going all the way down to your lungs. And then it goes from your lungs to your blood.